Good morning. This is a veteran from Trinity, and I was thinking about making this video for the last week and a half, and I finally decided to do it. This video is called Chaos. And the reason I named this Chaos is because, as you know, I did not vote for the President of the United States, this president. I voted for Kamala Harris. And a lot of people were telling me that Joe Biden is Sleepy Joe and all the things, right? But I told the people, whether you like Kamala Harris, we had a very limited choice. And she would have been the best choice for everybody. You didn't have to like her, but she was a lot better choice than for Trump. And the reason being, I was just, because the reason I said to vote for Kamala Harris was she was a better choice than a con man. Donald Trump. Trump. And simple reason being, Donald Trump was dividing this country, has turned this country into complete chaos. Nobody knows what's going on. He's divided the Palestinians in Dearborn, Michigan. He have divided the Hispanics from the blacks. Okay. He's gotten the Cuban votes with a promise that he would take care of them. And, it was just chaotic. He's promising everybody this and this and that. But the reason I told him Harris was a better choice, Donald Trump was telling everybody what he was going to do. And everybody was thinking, hey, it won't affect them. But everything he said he was going to do, guess what? He started doing it. And people are alarmed right now. First thing he did was sign an executive order changing or disregarding the Civil Rights Bill of 1964. That was something we had with a lot of blood and sweat and tears went into that. That was for everybody. Hispanics, black, Chinese, Asians, every possible. Made it good for everybody. And he turned that back. Okay. He told them he was going to deport everybody. I do mean everybody. And not just criminals. He promised to deport everybody. He's gone after Jamaicans, Trinidadians, Ethiopians, Kenyans, everywhere. And Cubans. The reason I laugh at the Cubans, the Cubans figured they were safe from Donald Trump. But but he's turning the Cubans back to Cuba. Because the reason he sent them back is a lot of these Cubans have been going on vacation back to Cuba and everything else, living a good life here in the United States. Some of the Cubans have fabulous homes back in Miami and all those places. And they were taking vacations back to Cuba. And now he says, you know what? Since you guys are going back home and stuff like that, that means there's no opposition or nobody threatening you or putting your life in danger. So guess what? get back to Cuba. See, a lot of these Hispanics were under the assumption that some of them look white, and they were white, were going against the other minorities, saying, "You're not as good as we are." But Trump surprised them by just deporting a whole bunch of them. Same thing with the Venezuelans. They thought they were all so safe. But Trump's idea is to divide all the minorities, keep them guessing. Right now, his policies are only going for, as you would say, is angles. One of the first things he do is made it difficult for minorities. He has pitted the Hispanics against the blacks. You know why? Because a lot of black people right now are laughing at Hispanics, because the majority of blacks, at least 92% of them, voted for Kamala Harris. And Hispanics went in large droves for Donald Trump. And now they're crying about how Trump is deporting a lot of Hispanics. They weren't thinking about their aunts and uncles and stuff like that. They've never been in this country 20, 30 years and never got straight. All of a sudden, the ICE is going to pull all these people and deporting them. And they're crying foul. They want the blacks to help them. And blacks are saying, this is not our fight. Our fight was on election day, and you choose to be strong Trump supporters. And you are responsible for the way things are right now. And they're actually laughing for Hispanics. Blacks have been going through this for years. And, we're going to be okay. Black people are going to think, okay, because we can rebound from anything. A lot of people, and the Hispanics, were under the pressure that it wasn't going to happen to them. He promised them that they vote for him, he'd take care of them. Yeah, he can get them real good. So right as people, we just laughing right now. It's not right, but that's the way it is. America's in complete chaos right now. Right now, they just fired over 1,000 VA workers. He's trying to put cuts to veterans benefits. Things are tough all over. Right now I don't know what he's doing with in Ukraine. And what he wants to do. All those Palestinians in Dearborn, Michigan, were under the impression that he's going to make things better in the Gaza Strip. The way he wants to make things better between him and Musk and his cronies is to take all the Palestinians out of the Gaza Strip and make the Gaza Strip the Riviera of the Middle East. You realize the ocean front The guy's to strip it, that whole strip. And Friday, he wants to make a luxury hotels and do everything and build it up and kick the Palestinians out. Thank you for your votes. I know I'm going to get nailed for these comments, but that's the way it is. The whole thing is a big joke. That's the way I see it. This is my personal opinion. He's playing the people who voted for him as suckers. Another thing he did was he rolled back an executive order and lowered drug prices so his buddies could get rich. Elon Musk is making so much millions of dollars a day because of Trump. Trump also has got over $400 million worth of stock in Tesla. You know? People, look around. Look into what he's doing at your expense. You know, he has fired a lot of government employees. A lot. You know, veterans, it's going to take you longer now to receive your benefits because you've cut so many at VA. He's making life tough for you guys. You know, I try to warn you guys. I always tell you, you don't have to think. I'm gonna tell you, one of the videos I did was called "Think Before You Vote." A lot of people knew that. You know, a lot of Hispanic men didn't vote for Kamala Harris because of machismo. They couldn't stand a black woman being president of the United States. Let's be realistic. You know, a lot of Hispanic men don't want a woman to be in charge because she's a woman. You know, those are just the way things are. You know, she was the best candidate out there. But a lot of men just couldn't stand of having a woman in charge. You know, when I was in the military, I had a few military commanders. When I was there, my mother was a strong woman. My sisters were strong women. So I had never had any problem taking orders from a woman. A lot of men do. And that's why she was elected. She was the best candidate out there. You know, so right now, excuse me, Trump is just causing a lot of chaos worldwide. A lot. You know, and the strange thing about it, he's so much against immigrants. Look at it. Look at his cabinet. And no immigrants in there. It doesn't even resemble the American public. You know, everything. Like even right now, he's so anti-immigrants and stuff like this. Country was built on immigration, on the blood of immigrants. Started with immigrants that were brought here as slaves from Africa. You know, one of the worst things they ever do in this country is they had all these slaves built the residency in Washington, and just to put an extra stab in the back of the slaves. What did they do? They named their home the White House. What does that tell you? The White House, built by black slaves. You know, And this country has had a history of racism. You know, remember they put the Japanese internment camps. Then during the World War, the German prisoner of war back here were treated better than the blacks. They had to go in the woods and fought overseas. Then they came back here. They couldn't get no GI Bill, something like that, to build homes. The whites were giving everything else. You know, even during slavery, when the slaves were free, they promised them what? Land and stuff like that. They never gave them, never gave them nothing. Remember, a lot of slaves got out and built Tulsa. And what happened? It was very prosperous. And what did the whites do? They burned it down. You know, when the blacks were free from slavery, they weren't given anything. You know, and when it was successful, it was destroyed. You know, I remember my dad always used to tell me. They used to call me Wayne, my middle name. He said, you know what? One thing the white man fears more than anything else is an educated black man. So my dad always pushed for me to get a good education, me and my siblings, which we did. You know, like I said, the first when I finished high school, I was, you know, nobody was guidance counselors doing for guiding us to go to college. They figured, well, if you get a high school diploma, that was it. So I went to college for about my first 6 months, and then I dropped out and joined the military. And the first thing they did was put me back in school because I had a decent IQ, and you know, and I got into supply system. And through the years, I was eventually become a logistician. I went to the logistic program, and and then I became a warrant officer. And after I got out of there, I came out. I went to became a teacher. And while a teacher, I was the assistant principal because I always believe in education. As long as you're educated, you can do things and make life easier for you. And life been good, but things are okay with me. The Trump administration, I'm hoping cannot do that much to me to hurt me. And I don't want to see anybody hurt, you know. But things is very chaotic right now. Trump wants to get rid of the Department of Education and change that tremendously. And as a former teacher, I am seeing an increase in poverty because, like I said, we have a lot of programs to feed the kids because some kids have no food or stuff at home, and we actually feed them in the schools. You can get rid of a lot of Title I programs, and I don't know what to say. But this country is in chaos right now, and I don't know what to think. But life is tough. So I know I'm rambling, but I'm so confused about what's going on in this country right now. So I know right now, so I'm going to end this video. You know, this is the veteran from Trinity. I would see you soon. You know, right now, my subscribers are going very. I guess a lot of people are so confused. You know, I need a little more support. You know, like I said, my ultimate goal is eventually to help veterans. That's my main thing, because a lot of veterans are gonna be hurt. A lot of veterans are gonna get their veterans benefit late and stuff, because right now they cut so many workers from VA, and it's gonna hit. They're already too slow. It takes a long period of time to get your veteran benefits, and now that it's cut, it's gonna be tough. So this is a veteran opportunity. Have a good day.